Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wind, Reel, and Print. My name's Ryan.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Ow, God.
Sorry.
My name's Ryan.
My name's Kevin. Sorry.
And today,
Oh, gosh.
I'll just say we're in a little bit of a different setup, so apologies for any audio issues, which has happened before. We did a new setup, and then there was some audio.
Yeah.
And you just live with it until you
Die.
record again.
Oh, yeah.
But we're in a new setup. We're trying to record a video, which you may never see if it doesn't work.
I mean, yeah. It'll work.
Yeah,
It's fine.
of course, it's fine. But it does feel like there's another person in the room for the first time.
The camera.
Yeah, there's someone else here. We've talked about the camera's a prison,
Yeah.
and there's a little bit of that. It's where
Now the camera's a person.
yeah, and you have to be. Well, I don't know about you. Do you have like a on-camera personality?
I don't know. I guess. Yeah, I suppose.
I'll just say right now you're acting
Very different.
No, I'll say you're acting the exact same.
Oh, yeah. I feel like I don't know how to act.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of a thing.
yeah, too many levels.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen you like on a shoot or something like that.
On
Like
a shoot.
act.
Oh, act?
Yeah,
Have I?
yeah.
Oh, maybe.
You were a hacker at a computer.
Oh, yeah. That's, yeah.
That's something obviously different, but it was funny to watch.
I have some, I have my bits.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been on screen a few times.
But today, though,
Yeah.
we're getting that out of the way.
Yeah.
That's just the housekeeping.
Yeah.
You always start with a little bit of housekeeping.
Sure.
Because that's what everyone, when they start an episode, they want to hear the housekeeping first.
Yeah. The cheese
That keeps everyone really invested in what we're going to talk about.
Because we're pretty important.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. And we have a lot of wealthy fans. And really famous fans. And
Yeah.
so,
Like Greta Gerwig.
yes,
Yeah.
I'd say she's more of a fan. She's more like a collaborator.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Fan first. Though.
Yeah. I think once we do the video, we'll finally have credits and
Yeah.
we'll put her as an executive producer.
Executive fan.
Executive fan. We'll get it on her IMDb page.
Yeah.
Today, we're talking about Atlantis, The Lost Empire, 2001's animated Disney flick.
Released around this time 24 years ago.
Oh, was it? Was it actually?
Yes.
It was a summer flick.
It was.
It was. So pre 9/11.
Yes.
Yeah.
3/9/11. That's important to know here.
That is.
Because there is a plane crash in this movie. I'm just kidding.
Well, you know the Lilo and Stitch thing, right?
No.
Lilo and Stitch came out after 9/11,
Oh.
and they had a plane flying through a city.
And people are like, nah.
Yeah, and they literally changed it. And you can see the footage they do a side-by-side on like YouTube.
Is it where they're in the mountains?
It is when they're in those like Kauaian
Sure, yeah.
mountains and hills and things like that. And those used to be, they were flying a plane, a passenger plane through a city. And so then they changed to a spaceship flying through mountains.
Dang.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Still a plane, though.
Yeah, sure. Is it though? Is a spaceship a plane?
It looks pretty plane-like.
Well, yeah.
It's plane derivative.
Well, a spaceship is designed by a human
Yeah.
in the end. So it makes sense. We think of a flying thing and we think of a spaceship.
We have plane
Think of a plane.
bias.
Yeah, we
Plainly
do.
speaking.
Yes. I'm going to move on.
Keep the ship rolling.
Keep the ship rolling.
Yeah. Where are we going? Atlantis? Where is this?
We're going to Atlantis.
Yeah.
Not the Atlantis, and this is intentionally so, not the Atlantis that I think history knows, really, which is more Greek influenced and things like that.
Sure.
They brought on the creator who would eventually be the creator, I think he hadn't created him yet, of Hellboy. And that certain kind of like blocky aesthetic that I think is also kind of unique to a Disney film. They have kind of like a different animation style a little bit in this. But
As opposed to what? Their older movies?
yeah, if you think about the Renaissance films that came just before this, like this does have a more
Cut.
yeah, cut. I can't think of another word, but I will go with cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like more hard lines or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Angles, nice jaw lines.
Yeah. Because there's like an impressionism to the Renaissance.
Oh, you think so?
Maybe? I don't know.
Oh, the Renaissance movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
At least
didn't
some
really have that.
inspiration. Yeah.
But they intentionally with this movie tried to make something more different and unique.
Yeah.
So they pulled a little bit more from Vietnamese
Yeah.
buildings
that's what I was
and
Like
South
Cambodian.
American and actually I think it was Cambodian, not Vietnamese, but obviously
shit.
some
Oh,
similarity
just kidding.
stuff.
Sorry.
Yeah. I would never. I would never. I would never. You get the smoke on that one.
I'm just fucking around, trolling.
Yeah.
Maybe start another civil war.
But
And Mayan, they were saying too.
yes. Yeah.
Because quote did not want to look like Greek architecture.
Yep.
That's the plan.
So they were doing something that they were unique. But let's real quick, just for the audience, real tight. What's the log line?
Sure. That's your vibe, right?
Yeah, we'll start with that.
Sure.
A young linguist named Milo Thatch, played by Michael J. Fox, joins an intrepid group of explorers to find. What did you say?
Intrepid.
What did I say?
I don't know. It just sounds funny.
Oh, intrepid.
Yeah, I'm interrupting.
Group of explorers to find the mysterious lost continent of Atlantis. With the tagline "Atlantis is waiting,"
Yes.
which is interesting. So I'm trying to remember, how did this? So those of us that listen to this podcast know we have this spreadsheet that movies are on, and we randomly select. Do you remember what category this was? Was this like a?
I like. I think I put it in movies that made us.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So this for you was also a big childhood flick.
Yeah, I remember growing up with this, and like definitely when I think back to like the movies that I remember watching, like this always excited me. I remember getting like the toys and the McDonald's Happy Meal. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I remember this movie being like an experience.
Yeah. I remember having so many Atlantis toys.
Yeah.
I had all of the different submarines and things like that.
Yeah.
Because there maybe Target or Toys R Us sold like a thing where they were all kind of like similarly sized.
Yeah. You seem like a Milo Thatcher sort of guy.
Yeah.
I was thinking about you when I was watching this movie.
Well, that's a major compliment because I definitely felt like that kind of person and character is kind of like the scientist that falls in love.
Yeah. I mean, it's that Indiana Jones, like Jurassic Park sort of characters.
Alan Grant. Yeah.
Like seeking adventure.
Yes.
Stuff like that. Yeah. Really interested in history and like mythology, like how things come to be and discovering things,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So what going back now that you've been back to Atlantis?
Yes.
Where does
Revisiting.
it?
I watch this a lot actually.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it's like a comfort movie.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
I don't really have new things to me, but I guess like over time, I don't know. The story kind of sucks, and you wish the movie did more. I guess, like broadly speaking,
it had a lot of really interesting things to say about colonialization and things like that.
Yeah.
That I feel like just kind of like gets dropped at a certain point.
Right.
Because it felt like there was just a lot of story things that they felt committed to doing that didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
One of those being when she like merges with the power source that powers the entire city.
Yeah.
I didn't know, like, I don't think it's trying to say anything. I don't think they were... I think it's just, I think it just was like, oh, this would be interesting and cool. We have to find a way to get her from point A to point B, and get the power source basically out of the building.
I feel like it's kind of alluding to matriarchal religions and societies where like women were kind of seen as like the entry point of spirituality, the connection to like the other world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do you think that that's what I guess I definitely can understand like that from like but I still just don't understand why the power source like absorbs people, because
when the Atlantis is threatened, like they need this higher power to like save them. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. I guess that was that's all it was for me. It was like I was like,
that wasn't enough.
Yeah. I was like, I don't really. It didn't click for me. But and then the whole movie basically rests on that being like the most important
Sure.
thing is this power source.
Well, it's kind of like in Japan, the kamikaze is like this giant storm that like saves them from attack. You know what I mean? It's like putting a lot of these quote unquote cosmic forces and like explaining them through like mythological reasonings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's like a pretty common thing. But then, you know, this movie is like, basically this movie is taking a mythology and like trying to make it magical and like real and scientific. But then like none of those things like connect or land or like make sense, you know?
Yeah.
Like they kind of try to aspire for a logic, but also throw logic out at the same time. And I feel like you lose a lot of like, lose a lot of meaning. Like, what are you, like, I guess I'm just repeating what you're saying. Like, what are you trying to say? Like, what is the point of this? You know, I feel like when I get to the end of this movie, I'm like, like it doesn't feel like a full throttled thing, you know, that you get when in the first half of the movie, you're like, this is a real adventure thing. Like, this could be really fun.
Yeah.
And then it goes like completely fantastical and like, I feel like loses its edge a little bit.
Yeah.
And becomes such a like generic, like, oh, they're actually bad. You know, they're actually bad guys. And then it kind of does everything you expect it to do, you know?
Yeah.
Which I don't know.
Yeah, it definitely feels, and I guess that's what there's a lot of things in this movie that just feel convenient. I guess that might be the way I would put it.
It rushes through its scenes.
It does,
really,
especially
really
like having all of the side characters become evil temporarily on their own, like
regard.
Yeah, like their minds aren't taken over or anything like that. It feels just so like really banging it on the head, sort of thing. And it doesn't feel necessarily earned.
Sure. My review is such a dope and well constructed world wasted on narrative conveniences and plot developing progress.
Well, there we go. Wow.
Circle back.
Yeah. What do you think about or have you seen Black Panther?
Because you're talking about like the steampunk kind of futurism.
There's a similar thing
the
here.
World.
Yeah, there's a similar world, a hidden world
with technology.
Yeah, don't want to be found. They
with
have
like
something that the outside wants.
Yeah. The resources.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely like this is speaking to just like that kind of Pocahontas sort of narrative of like colonialism and like taking resources like Avatar. I feel like there's a lot of just of those sorts of narratives where like we see these types of characters interacting and like trying to communicate these ideas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting connection, and that they're both Disney and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What's your point?
I don't know. I actually didn't think about it until we were talking.
Okay.
But I saw some of the parallels.
Sure,
and I was just like, I'm wondering if there's more there to be bitten off, but I'm not exactly sure.
I mean, there's definitely something with like the advent of technology and like the ownership of like who owns progress, right?
Yeah.
Because you have like, even in this movie, you have like, I don't know if this is relevant at all, but whatever, we're talking. Like in this movie, they kind of like position the Atlanteans as like primitive and blah, 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 blah. It seems like.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean?
I would think so. They definitely don't. It's not like Black Panther where they're futuristic.
Yeah.
Like it's different.
Right. But they both equally have like an advanced technology.
Yeah.
You know, that is like, I would say superior to regular humans.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, like the technology the Atlanteans have is to live forever.
Right. True.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's huge. And does it power things? I'm not exactly.
Source, yeah. It's kind of like Avatar.
Yeah.
Just like the Mother Earth vibe.
Yeah. Do you remember what the special resource they're trying to get in Avatar is?
No, I can't remember.
It's called unobtainium.
Unobtainium, right? Yeah. But that, we do that. We do stupid shit like that.
No,
Like
of course.
Berkeleum and
Yeah,
Californium.
Yeah. It's just funny to call it unobtainium. I don't know.
Yeah. So unoriginal.
Yeah.
But also, that's like the most fucking James Cameron thing to do, I feel like.
James Cameron is...
Like, it's so digestible and accessible.
Yeah, that's a really nice way to put it.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna level some other words at him, but I think that's really nice. Digestible. James Cameron makes
For the twee
digestible,
brained.
yeah, makes digestible films for the common man.
Yeah. Well, Guillermo has that eye candy concept, like eye candy versus eye protein. Like some movies are just like really chill and easy to digest, and made for everyone, and they're fun, but they're not going to provide like nutrients for you. Whereas like an eye protein is like, oh, you can go back to this and like keep getting stuff from it and grow stronger and all these things.
Yeah. Guillermo del Toro?
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. Yeah.
He has a lot of great little sound bites.
That's just a guy that loves movies and understands
knows how to. I like him because he knows how to articulate really broad and like crazy ideas that like is really difficult to understand in filmmaking. So he's a great teacher,
Yeah.
Watch his interviews.
Yeah. And even if a number of his movies, I'm not like the biggest fan of or whatever, but every single one you can appreciate as being, awesome. You could argue work of art.
Yeah. They're all
of course.
Artworks.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Even his Hollywood stuff.
Yeah. So with Atlantis, I ended up, I'm doing another tangent here.
Sure. Yeah.
If that's all right.
Oh yeah. This is all about tangents.
Yes. Yeah. That's the hyperlink podcast.
Exactly.
We're going to do a Treasure Island episode as well that will include the film Treasure Planet.
Yes.
Similar
story.
World. Similar time frame, similar styles in a lot of ways. I'm more talking about from a production aspect. That they came out around the same time from Disney. Yeah, no. Not story at all. But at least they had a lot of this similar people, like
similar characters.
Yeah, similar.
Like.
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm purely thinking about the production of it. None of the other stuff.
I'm getting there.
But Treasure Planet got me thinking about this too. I wanted to trace back, and
the origins of this thing.
Well,
okay, sorry. I'll let you.
No. You're.
I'm fucking.
I think eventually you'll guess it, but you got a little bit longer. And I'm not. This idea isn't fully fleshed out, but I want to be the first one to do my thesis on this.
Plant the flag.
Was the beginning of the fart joke.
Oh.
In Disney animated films. When did that start? Because here's my thing. There's something about it. It happened in Treasure Planet too, and it happens with Atlantis. Like there's a devaluing that kind of feels like that happens with a fart joke or a poop joke or a pee joke.
Sure.
That feels. I mean, it's a very easy joke. It's what makes these movies feel like kids' movies in a lot of ways, right? You watch Little Mermaid, which is a movie that we're going to be doing in the future as well. I watched it recently.
Can I just wait for context?
Yeah.
Do you not like the fart joke?
I mean, I'm not laughing at it. I mean, I don't like. I don't have something. I don't have something necessarily against it.
Sure.
But I do feel like it just really makes the movie
lesser
aimed for a child. Fart jokes.
Sure.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Which. Because I think in a lot of ways, a lot of these movies, you delete that and it really doesn't make it. It certainly doesn't make it worse. But it's an easy, from like a filmmaker's perspective, when you're making movies for kids, you're looking for that cheat code to make a kid laugh.
Sure.
Sure. And I've seen some things behind the scenes with some movies, and that's how a lot of these people actually think, is like,
the kids will love this one.
The kids are going to love this.
Yeah, fart joke.
And a lot of times they do, obviously. And there's... Treasure Planet has a character that speaks in farts, basically. And and this movie had some fart jokes in it, too. Where Milo Thatch is sitting in the... And then I think even the Mole Man guy had some poop joke or something like that.
He's very gross.
Yeah. There's something more poop related, but I wanted to know kind of where this started, because Disney Renaissance films, you don't get fart jokes.
I can't believe we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
But
so sorry.
Yeah, there are no fart
jokes.
Yeah.
Documented. You've watched them?
Disney Renaissance films, I've seen them all.
No fart jokes.
There is, through my research, I found that there is one.
Ooh.
But I'm just saying, before we get there. Okay, do you want to guess? I'll let you skip ahead if you feel like you.
Lion King?
It is Lion King.
Hey!
Do you know?
What? I don't know. Just seems the most goofy to me.
It's Pumbaa.
Oh, yeah, totally. Okay, yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. That is, and I'm putting my flag in it until I do more research. That is the first fart joke.
First fart joke
in
ever?
Disney animated films.
Oh, Disney animated films.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
How do you know?
From the short amount of research I did, that's what it is. And at least
article.
for right now, at least for right now, I'm running with that.
Sure. Until proven otherwise.
Yeah, because there are no. That's just not a general thing. But now in every animated film, there are fart jokes in it.
Sure.
Every single one, or some sort of pee joke or poop joke, and it becomes just a part of the
lexicon
of a children's animated film. And especially a lot of we'll say, like, what did you say about James Cameron? Digestible animated films, like Despicable Me or Sing or Trolls.
I wonder if James Cameron has a fart joke. Is this popular media? You're just saying this is like a Disney thing.
I'm looking at it just from a Disney thing,
or an animated,
but an animated thing, because I originally thought the fart jokes kind of
would go
that they joined the lexicon with Shrek.
Oh yeah,
because that obviously that opens up with like him coming out of the outhouse, and that's kind of, I think that's when the Smash Mouth song starts.
Yeah, it's like questionably poop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And he's a gross, and it plays into his character a lot. Yeah, and Pumbaa plays into his character.
Right,
like that. These are part of the characters, and then it kind of becomes
a normal.
All right, we got to get a fart joke in here. We got to win the kids in this section. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know. I just feel like there's an interesting trend.
We used to be proper people.
Yeah.
Proper society.
Because I don't know. I just don't. I'd be curious how many. I'd be curious how many Letterboxd Top 250 movies have fart jokes.
You're obsessed with this thing.
I personally think it is not a mark of quality.
I like a good fart joke.
Yeah. I think that it is kind of, it's just cheap.
Sure. It is cheap. I think generally it doesn't work because it has to like land, you know? It's like any joke, right? You can't just like make any joke and then have it work. Like you kind of need the setup. You need the proper anatomy of like a joke for it to work.
Yeah.
But I've seen fart jokes like work and land. I feel like.
Yeah, I've laughed at fart jokes.
Yeah.
Plenty of times. Yeah. I'm just
plenty of times.
I'm sorry. Yeah. And I hope it's clear. I'm basically just saying I think some of the best movies ever made.
Yeah, don't have fart jokes.
I think
you're saying there's a correlation.
I do think there is something. I think if you're reaching for something bigger,
sure,
a fart joke
takes it down.
That's all. That's my theory.
Sure. Yeah, that's a theory. Yeah.
And
I think that makes sense.
And when we do eventually get to Treasure Planet, that's something where it's like you delete that, and I genuinely think the movie gets better.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a couple things in that movie that it's like, oh, the really pitching towards kids.
Yeah.
Sometimes with these feels kind of
takes away
when I really don't think the Disney Renaissance films, because those are some of the best
pictures.
They are.
Yeah.
Like rewatching Little Mermaid, I was blown away by how serious, how dark, how real it was, how it dealt with all of these things, and it didn't sugarcoat it. Now, a classic Disney trope or animated film trope that existed in a lot of the Disney Renaissance is usually a dumb sidekick. Like that's always been like a thing too. And that's what makes movies kind of feel like kids' movies a lot of times is you have like kind of a dumb sidekick and
a dopey character.
Yeah, dopey character. Pumbaa is an example.
Know if this is PC to say.
Maybe dopey isn't. Is that what you're thinking? Yeah, maybe not.
Even though there's a literal character.
Yeah. But I mean, that was in the what? Was that 20s? When did or was it when did Snow White come out? 30s?
I think.
34?
Over under 1934?
Yeah, 34.
2025. 1937.
You're right. Technically, you're right.
1937.
But yeah, no, I
Damn.
there's nowhere I'm necessarily landing here, but I'm starting to see, because I do think we'll eventually get to the Disney Renaissance film, because that feels big to me, and I'm very interested in that, because it's the mixing of production and story, and it was like the perfect confluence of those two things, and the market and all of these things kind of coming together, and it just worked. And then obviously I think Pixar's the same way too. You are holding on to this thing that works for as long as you can. Mm-hmm. And then eventually you start to lose your grip on it. And obviously Tarzan is considered the end of the Disney Renaissance. Atlantis, Treasure Planet are not considered a part of the Disney Renaissance. Mm-hmm. And I think that there are some questions to ask why that is. Mm-hmm. Do you have any thoughts on why
we have this?
Well, no. Why why Atlantis isn't considered a part of the Disney Renaissance?
Oh yeah, so Disney Renaissance, whatever. Formally speaking, is like the having musicals, having like a grand epic story, and like these sorts of like the hero's journey, and so it's like a callback to the original Disney movies. So like Snow White, Bambi. Like these really beautiful and picturesque sort of things. They wanted to like make serious movies again after like the failure and like the death of the Disneys and like all that stuff. Yeah. So they've made, these really great, like Disney Princess was like a huge part of this too. So like Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, like Tarzan, like these were all these great grand things. And I think at a certain point, they like started making different stuff, like using different technology, using darker like imaging and characters and storylines and stuff, and then moving away from the musicals.
They definitely did. Tarzan is not a musical.
Yeah, I mean, there's musical elements. There's
the Phil Collins. I don't think there's any singing in it.
Right?
In Tarzan.
Oh.
I don't think so. But
definitely the camp thing was like a whatever.
The gorillas do play a song.
Yeah. I guess they're just like scatting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
But it isn't. I guess it isn't a musical in the classic sense.
Yeah, and Tarzan is around this time period, right?
It is. Yes.
Tarzan is
99. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because Tarzan is like the mark of the end of the Disney Renaissance, where like they start using a lot more computer technology. And that's kind of what bombs these two movies, is that they're putting a lot of money in like newer animation styles, and then these films don't make back. Like Atlantis was like 150 million budget, 120 million budget, and 186 at the box office, which is like not what they need, in terms of returns. So technically, these two movies were like bombs. Like they weren't successful for Disney.
Yeah.
And so that's another mark of like the end of the Disney Renaissance, was just like a lesser quality. Like people just didn't go to see these things.
Yeah.
They weren't as successful, and they're just like completely different stylistically.
I guess I don't necessarily think you have the answers, but I'm just asking it maybe rhetorically, in case you don't. I mean, is that though, like because I tend to like, does it matter to the audience whether it uses computer animation or not?
No, but it's like a mark. It's like they consider it a contributing factor to why it's different. You know what I mean?
I understand that from someone studying this.
Yeah.
But does the audience recognize that?
I think you do.
You think? Yeah.
Like even subconsciously, right? Like these movies look so different than Disney Renaissance movies,
Yeah.
Like these don't feel like the traditional 2D animation stuff, because it's not, they're actually using a lot of CGI stuff incorporated into the thing. And you can like at least for me, maybe I'm the wrong person to ask because like I kind of know a little bit more than the average audience, but like I can pick out the scenes where CGI is being used.
Totally.
You know, it looks different, and I feel like that has a big effect on like how people are receiving these things. You know,
to keep going down this, and I think this is actually kind of a great
conversation
to have before we ever have this Disney Renaissance conversation. I think
it's a pre.
I think looking at the end,
sure,
and we'll talk
helps
about Treasure
us define
Planet.
What it is,
I think so because I'm also wondering.
It's like contrast.
Yeah, is like, but so I understand the CGI aspect.
Yeah,
but does it feel to you like Atlantis' story is weaker than a Disney Renaissance film's story?
Significantly.
Okay. What do you contribute that to?
Like like everything we kind of mentioned before is like it's just not well written, right?
They're committing to all of these other aspects,
it's
like computer
rushed.
animation, and instead of focusing on story first.
That could be a part of it.
I
don't know how to diagnose that specifically,
true.
But I think like maybe that's because I think from what I've remember researching, like Disney Renaissance was like intentionally we're making great stories.
Yeah.
Like that was the point of a lot of these movies was to have an amazing story.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the goal in a lot of these ones. You know? It feels like maybe the technology takes a forefront for a lot of these films, you know, trying to have a really cool shot that like no one could do in 2D.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be part of that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I feel like I have a similar sort of, I don't know, I feel like this sort of alludes to the Pokemon movies and like how they choose to like blend those two types of styles and stuff. Because I think they do interesting stuff in those movies that are better than Atlantis.
Yes.
Like visually speaking.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's interesting. Something else about the Disney Renaissance that is different than Atlantis is that many of them have prior source material, right? Like you can point to a book.
And
Lion
maybe
King
that's
is
why
based
the
off.
story is better.
I mean, Atlantis is totally original. Obviously, pulling from very familiar elements that we've mentioned previously, but Treasure Planet. I think that they thought Treasure Planet was a great story. Would be my contention because I think it is good in a lot of ways.
Great story.
And I think it does a really great job of playing in the Treasure Island world, like a lot of these other movies tend to do.
Right.
But obviously this isn't a conversation that we'll talk about Treasure Planet.
Yeah.
But why did that also
not
fall
work
on it? Like there's something, and maybe it's because it's a trend now.
Sure.
You have enough releases that it starts to become a trend.
Yeah.
Obviously Lilo and Stitch came out and that was a hit and everyone liked it. But there is a difference
post Renaissance that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you've got Brother Bear, you've got a number of things where it's like
Brother Bear.
I'm just saying that these are movies that I think people forget about.
Yeah, for sure.
Naturally.
Naturally.
So Atlantis it feels like a swing and a miss.
Treasure Planet, you're saying a miss too. Huh?
I think that I personally think Treasure Planet is great.
Yeah.
I think it's much better than Atlantis.
Sure.
But I think that is a testament to, and we'll get it in the next episode, the story.
Yeah.
And
fair.
And oh my God, what's the character's name? Not Hawkins. Oh my gosh, what am I missing? Oh my God, not Jolly Roger, John Silver. John Silver as a character is one of the greatest, I would argue, characters ever.
Literature. I mean,
it's phenomenal, and it just makes a perfect story. So it has some really great things. Yes. Yeah. Where Atlantis feels generic.
Yes.
And it feels like it has all of those like plot divide. It's just desperately trying to crawl out of this hole.
Right.
It has a great beginning, great setup, leads us into something, and then it starts to. It doesn't. The world it chose for Atlantis, I don't think fits right, or at least has the right kind of conflict, the right kind of something. There's just once you make it there, it loses all of its thing. And maybe it needed to get there earlier or something like that. Maybe it needed to have more time in there because it feels like really fast. It just is all of a sudden problems.
Yeah.
You know, like we don't even have any time to be in this world to understand what is going on. You know, it just feels like, oh, we arrive here and now immediately we're in Act 3 climax.
Yeah, because I wonder, like, what's more interesting, like the act of discovering Atlantis or Atlantis itself?
I mean, the act of discovering Atlantis is what we got, which is...
That feels like more important to the story, right?
But what does it do for the story just to go through tunnels and stuff?
I mean, I was having a blast.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's that.
And pushing... I feel like it's a greater narrative, like, device because you're, like... It's like a road movie, and then you're, like, pinning all these characters against each other. Like, they could have written better dialogue and, like, had more conflict and, like, these... the conflict of interests, like, brewing and boiling over time, like, as you're going into the tunnel, and as it gets deeper, like... the shit starts getting crazier.
Yeah. Something breaks down, like something happens or whatever. Like it,
right.
Yeah.
And then people start, you know, their true colors start showing a little bit more and more and more. Because I feel like once you go to Atlantis, like all of that, like you literally just cut the gut and all of the entrails just spill out. And you're like, oh, whoa, there's all this stuff like I didn't realize was going to happen.
No, I think you're right. I think I genuinely think either could have been good, but you have to do it that way where you have to have character stuff.
One.
Yeah.
Or on either side, right? Like, because even if you go to Atlantis, like if that's the beginning of the movie, like I wonder what that looks like.
Yeah, if that's where Act 2 starts, like the break into 2,
because that would be Avatar, basically.
Yeah, I guess that's Avatar, and so you have, and this movie has a very similar thing where it's like falling in love with someone that lives there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It is the grand meta narrative of like colonialism, like you kind of mentioned before.
Yeah, but it doesn't hang on to that for very long. No. It's just all of a sudden,
it's an aesthetic.
Yeah, and that's purely what it is, and not the most even memorable villain of all time. You know, like because you think of
it's so noir-y.
Yeah,
like noir-ish,
with none of like the colors or anything like that. Like it doesn't. It feels so generic.
Punchless.
The lighting feels really bad too.
Yeah.
So it might have been a rush job too. Maybe.
Well, I know there was a lot of like they redid stuff, right, or something.
Oh, maybe. I'm not sure. I know they had a line at the end that they had to record because Jim Varney, who he passed away.
Dang.
So they had to get someone else to record a line.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how that translates.
There's a wiki sub thing that this movie draws a lot of comparisons to an anime film called Nadia from Hideaki Anno, who's pretty cool. He's awesome. And that just kind of like brings up a lot of stuff with like Disney and plagiarism because they're kind of known for like stealing their stuff. Like Lion King is supposedly ripped off of a Japanese anime or something.
Hideaki Anno. I just needed to double check. That's the guy who did Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So he
is one of the most legendary. Yeah. I mean, that guy is He's something else entirely. Disney.
Known for doing that.
Yeah.
Just like ripping shit. And then, the Treasure Planet, like there's a Russian version from 1982. Like they definitely saw that. You know what I mean? Like
someone's got to search it at one point.
You know what I mean? Like they're kind of, I don't know. Dirty. They're dirty.
Yeah. I mean, I would say, meta is a similar thing. It's like once you're big enough, you just steal what other people are doing and you don't care.
Yeah.
Or you absorb them.
That's like an evil meta.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good movie. I guess that's what Ready Player One is.
Yeah. Meta's evil.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Meta is evil. Yeah.
You're getting
like
confused. Oh, no, that's not evil.
I was like, damn, that's a fucking take.
And I think anyone that likes meta movies is evil too.
Yeah, true. I'll second that. I also fucking just like briefly looked up fart jokes
Oh, yeah.
AKA flatulence humor.
Okay. Whoa.
According to the wiki, it's a form of toilet humor.
Yeah, toilet humor. I guess that's a better way. I should have. Yeah.
And it takes the form of jokes, practical jokes, or off-color humor. Originates. Okay.
Bring it on.
It's suggested that one of the oldest recorded jokes was a fart joke from the Sumerians from 1900 BC.
Yes.
So this is like kind of something that's been shown up in a lot of like art pieces, Roman Empire. Archaeologists will like find stuff like literature. They use it a lot in like poems. To like they'll like use a rhyming phrase that like alludes to flatulence. So we have a history. William Shakespeare has several references to flatulence in Othello.
Yes.
Mark Twain has a lot of fart jokes. First chapter of Moby Dick
Yeah.
has a fart joke. So this is like part of our history.
It definitely is.
Yeah. But yeah, it is interesting like how it's like a form of humor within itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you fart around like a baby or a baby fart, they laugh.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
is
it's
like
pretty funny.
Yeah. I mean, it's like
our body
it's
making
a very,
weird noises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the word? I mean, it's like a part of us.
Yeah.
Is what I'd say. Yeah. It's like the most basic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poop smells bad. It's like, ew, fart smell bad. It's like, it gets all your senses.
Yeah. It's
you know,
all
you can
really
taste it sometimes. Like if it's a bad one.
Okay. Wow.
If it's a bad one.
For eating fibrous.
Yeah.
There's a good fart joke in Dream Scenario when he's like hooking up with this girl and then he like farts in the middle of it. And like, oh my God, I just fucking lost it. Because it's like, you're not really expecting it.
Yeah.
It just like comes out of nowhere. And you're like, oh my God. Like, kind of perfect for the character and everything. Anyways. Flatulence. All right. So where we land in this ship?
Well,
Atlantis.
I think we're going to leave Atlantis.
Yeah.
I don't think we're staying.
There's no part 2 coming.
Yeah. I think we're leaving you, Milo. Well, there is a part 2. It's the second one.
Treasure Planet. Oh, yeah.
There is a second one. And I do eventually want to do an episode on straight to DVD or VHS, straight to home video sequels.
That's in the thing, right?
I don't know because I watched a lot of them growing up. I would always get them. That was a big part of Disney's, what's the word? Business plan.
Sure.
Toy Story 2 was supposed to be that.
Arguably the best Toy Story.
Whoa. I've never heard that argument.
It's my argument.
Oh, there you go.
I love that movie. That movie's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. And to think that they were just thinking of just throwing that to DVD. Or
I remember watching that more
VHS.
than the first one when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. What year were you born?
96.
Okay. So, yeah, that's when Toy Story came out. So, yeah.
Kind of footnotes. The guy who developed the language in Atlantis was the same guy who did Klingon.
Yeah.
And then Joss Whedon was the first writer to be involved with this movie. Weird.
It has that quality.
Yeah.
Though it has like those fast talking characters that he likes to do in a group setting. Sure. That's what he's known for.
Yeah. And then Milo Thatch was supposed to be a descendant of Blackbeard in the original version. Like this had a lot of pirate like allusions in original versions.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that makes sense that like this and Treasure Planet are like kind of similar.
Yeah,
just because of the whatever.
What was in the water at Disney at the time? You know.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Something.
Yeah, there's so much. I
feel like a lot of this comes from like the creators at the time have these stories that like they grew up with that they've wanted to do since their 20s, since they started working at Disney, and now they have the chance to do that. And so I feel like that's what a lot of these things are. It's just like, oh, I had a really great idea when I, was whatever.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to do that. It feels like.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. All right. Well, signing off, folks.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. We can make we can make a conversation out of anything. We made it out of fart jokes.
Yeah. Fart jokes, colonialism.
Yeah. I also want to make it clear to everyone, if you like a fart joke, it's okay. I didn't mean to come at you.
Ryan has an anti-fart agenda.
I'm just saying there's maybe a correlation. That's all.
I mean,
not against the people.
Correlation is not causation.
No, it's not. What Kevin said.
Yeah. I took just.
Yeah. Okay, folks.
All right.
Atlantis out. That's a wrap. Bye-bye.
Toodles.
Wine Reel and Print is a podcast by Salabrain Productions. You can find us online on Instagram at Wine Reel and Print Pod. You can also find us wherever you get your podcasts. And please, if you like the show, leave a rating and review. We'll see you next time.